Guys, to another sensational finance video with MYB. In today's session, guys, what we're gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about how to think like an investor and not a consumer. Because reality, people, you're alive and blessed all over the world. You guys have the privilege right now to even look at this video. Means you at least have eyesight. Someone can't even see. You see in the Bible how Jesus had to perform that miracle on bro to make him out to see. You could at least see, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be appreciative for the small things of what you have and be grateful for what you have, bro. Give thanks on God to how far you even come. Like the boy Friday said, I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Because think about it now, you was pretty much in a worse situation than you am today. You know what I'm saying? And it could and even Andrew Tate said it can always get worse. You know what I'm saying, people? So at least be grateful and appreciative for what you have. So today's session, you know what we can talk about, people? Like I said, how to think like an investor and not a consumer. Because in reality, we don't want to own nothing. We want to control everything. Just like Andrew Tate brother said, Tristan, he don't have nothing in his name, his cars, his house, ain't nothing in his name, but he can make one phone call and he could have that crib pull up, his car pull up there, his plane, but he don't own nothing in his name. Because if you own something, the IRS can get you, the tax can get you. So we don't really care about owning shit. Something, people, you gotta be smart with your money now. Then we can talk about the history of money from gold to digital. You remember when Nixon took that whole of the gold standard, and now we heading toward a Bitcoin currency. So that would be the next one. What is Bitcoin, and why is Bitcoin matter? If you think about it, is Bitcoin really matter or not? If you guys know what Bitcoin is, but at least invest in it. Because think about it, you guys go to the club on Friday and Saturday, have a one night stand with a female. You don't know who she is, but still you having sex with her, right? So same with Bitcoin. You don't know what it is, but at least you be in it. Can't complain. They're understanding risk versus reward in life. People, your life by itself is a risk. End of the day, you're gonna die in this world. So what's taking any risk? What's the risk? The risk is you die. The reward is you become successful before you die. So any way you put it, you're gonna die regardless. So why not take that risk? Even if you take a risk, you fail, shit, you file for bankruptcy, you do it again. You can't file for bankruptcy after 8 years, but shit, like I said, the greater risk of life is you die, right? And like I said, the last one we gonna cover, should you invest in crypto in 2026 going forward? Because 2025 already over. Pretty much you should invest in Bitcoin from the start. So 2025 is already late. It's not really late to invest in, it's late to invest in Bitcoin, I would say, because Bitcoin is about to come back down, then it's gonna go up. But it's not too late to invest in the XRP, the Solana, the ETM, and you guys could even ask ChatGPT to give you guys a list of meme coin. And just like I said, use ChatGPT, bro, as your best friend, because ChatGPT is going to be for here with you in the long run, right? So the question is, many people ask, should you invest in crypto? My short answer is yes, because like I said, before I even get into all the chatting, I'm not no financial expert, right? So it's just what I have. So like I know I'm into finance. I have a hedge fund. I know how to make money. I know how to generate money. I know how the passive income work. I know how the dividends work. I have shares. So it's like I don't have no finance degree or anything like that shit. I don't even have no degree because I dropped out of college. So people, right? So hype is mostly gone. Remember I tell you guys, Bitcoin, it's Bitcoin already. You supposed to get Bitcoin from 40 something, or maybe when it was at $10 going up, right? So for Bitcoin, pretty much that whole was at 126. Now it's coming back down. I see Andrew Tate, he posted a video on X, say the whole about to go to 26,000. So who really knows if it's coming down, if it's going up, blah blah blah. Like I said, we don't really care about what's the situation, especially if you're a trader. We don't really care. As long as you're in it as an investor, you can grind it through. So think about it, right? Like I said, the hype is mostly gone. Now we're entering the stage where real unity and how you adapt to the market flow, right? Because crypto is no longer a get rich quick scheme. You know what I'm saying, people? Crypto is no longer a get rich quick scheme type shit, right? Either you trade crypto or you hold crypto. But checking about it, right? At least with crypto, bro, you don't need no bank, right? You can send money to United States, to Pakistan, United States to the Bahamas, United States to England. Like you can just bounce money around. Like with Bitcoin, it's easy to launder money because it's they say it's no trace of it, but it's always a trace of it, right? Because the blockchain is changing how the banks, business, and government store information, right? And Bitcoin is still the foundation. Because if you think about it, right, in 2025, your strategy should be simple, right? study before you buy. And when you buy it, you never sell it. You try to hold it for eternity. And then you can easily go to the bank and then you can borrow against it. So eventually, because the moment you sell that shit, you're getting taxed and shit. I don't believe you're getting taxed on it. Like if you get a lobster of Bitcoin, they will find a way to tax you off that. But if you like go and borrow against it, that's pretty much smooth. Because check this out, right? You could dollar cost average, small consistent investment over time, right? Store your assets securely on the exchange and think 10 years ahead. The reason why I said dollar cost averaging, you can't hold Bitcoin for it to go up, right? Best case scenario, you buy, you have to use technical analysts to either go on TradingView, Trade Locker, and trade Bitcoin off there. You buy at a supply zone or a demand zone, you sell it. If you can trade Bitcoin off Trade Locker, right? And if you don't really just buy into Bitcoin, like especially if you're putting a shit ton of money into Bitcoin, like for example, if you're putting $1,000, $10,000, don't just put all of that money into Bitcoin, because buying at the all-time high is stupid, right? At least wait for a pullback. So you have to go in the chart. Either you go into the daily time frame, even the monthly time frame, if you guys really consumer. But it's always important to be the right time to buy. You know what I'm saying, people? And the right time to buy is always around a fair value grab or the block, because at least when you buy at that particular time, maybe 30 minutes from now, your money is gonna go back up, because you buy at a place, like I said, where it's an order block, a supply and demand zone, a demand zone, and then you could enter out the market. But if you're trying to like, yeah.
You know, here's another thing that the people haven't figured out either. You know, the Senate passed that, right? He
finally passed the bill. Yeah, they said the bank was gonna pretty much the shutdown might be pretty much over.
Ha ha ha. But guess who it's got to go by again? Congress.
So what they plan with the market, because today the market pretty much skyrocketed up.
Yeah, because the Senate passed. But what happens if Schumer and those guys that are pissed that they didn't get what they want? It's even a more tighter thing in Congress. What if the Democrats in Congress can sway over a few and it gets stalled there? Maybe the House, maybe the Congress doesn't like the way the bill's written, and they say, "Well, we don't want this." Guess what happens? The government stays shut down.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because now the Congress has to agree to what the Senate. If the Congress doesn't agree with the Senate bill, then they have to caucus and come up with their own, and then resend it back to the Senate. Who might? Dude, this is far from over.
So how come today the market went up, and even the crypto was up?
Yeah, because everybody's anticipating the Congress is going to just go right ahead and send it on through to the president. But what happens if Congress doesn't? And that's a possibility. All that gain today will go right back into the toilet.
So what you thinking how to play? Long puts? Long calls? Because people just speculating regardless. And
it's just speculating. I mean, there's no guarantee that Congress is going to okay this.
Who is the Congress? Mainly Democrat or Republican?
There's a few more Republican, but it's the Republican majority in Congress is not as tight as it is in the Senate. I think the Congress, it's just the majority. I don't think they need a certain amount like they did in the Senate. But what happens if 4 or 5 Republicans decide they don't like the way it's been written again, and they said, no, we're not voting for it? Then it gets bogged down. Then Congress has got to talk about it and rewrite what they want to get it passed back through Congress, which then means it goes back to the Senate as another separate bill.
So why are they doing all this? People just buying, selling, buying. So would you invest now? Let's say you have $10,000. Would you put a $10,000 in crypto and let it sit? Or how would you play crypto if you had a chance to play crypto?
Well, right now, crypto's very bad. It's 102,000 right now for Bitcoin.
Bitcoin did came down. It came down strong.
And that's with no. That tells me that a lot of people in the federal government were investing in crypto. Now, once they see everybody's going to get that back money, so there's going to be a big influx of money coming back into the economy because all those people that didn't have that weren't shut, that were shut down, well, they're going to get all that money back again. You see what I'm saying?
Damn near, but it's a matter of when, because they said the government supposed to be shut down or supposed to be open by now. So
the government will not open until Congress says, okay, let's just send it on through. So Congress gets it. They say, fuck this, let it go. And then it goes to the president signs it, it becomes law, and the government's open again.
What about the airport situation? I thought that the airport...
That's all part of it.
So when they supposed to announce that? I thought that supposed to be sometime this week, because remember when I tell you about
Well, they'll wait and see what the Congress does Thursday.
So with the airport situation, shorten airports and long in on railroads still sound good or not?
If the Congress stalls it and they don't agree and they keep the government shut down, chances are that following Monday, all the airlines will shut down. Airspace will shut down.
So is that next Monday coming up?
That'll be next Monday coming up.
So the decision will be made Monday or Friday. So go into
they'll go Monday, because then they can tell everybody, okay, if you're on a trip and you want to get home, you got 3 days to get home. Otherwise, we're shutting down Monday, and you'll have to find alternate ways other than air traffic to go home.
So place this bet, this position on Monday then. Monday around 9 a.m. Monday
Well, no, the position.
That'd be a Friday then. I was saying play the position Friday to roll over on Monday, or place it Monday.
You place it on Friday to roll over onto Monday.
Okay.
Well, because you do it Friday morning, because if the government remains shut down, I'm sure that at Friday morning the FAA is going to say, "Well, sorry, we're going to have to shut out. We're no flights."
Everybody that works at airport's going to be out of work.
That aren't feds. But then they just say, well, it's just not safe. We don't have no air traffic controllers. We can't guarantee safety in the skies. And it'll be just like 9/11. There won't be no planes flying.
So how would the dollar react? Wouldn't the U.S. dollar be just horse shit by this point after all this?
No, it'll have nothing to do. It won't affect the dollar or anything, because people will be overseas. That just means nobody So if you're in Paris, France, and you're vacationing, and they shut the airspace in the United States, you're SOL. You'll have to fly into Canada and drive down to the U.S. That's what they did during 9/11. All flights that were international went into Canada, and and they couldn't go into Mexico because Mexico City was just too far down.
So what's the point of even doing all this? Is they trying to crash the economy? Is they trying to crash America? Because what they're doing is just stopping money from America. Because you can't come in the U.S. You can't even fly in the U.S.
Well, you remember what they said. They said they were going to crash the economy. Remember that predictor? He got 2 for 2. And they're trying. They've been trying to crash it.
What signs you see that lead to a crash? What's the sign? What's the sign to say, all right, America is heading for a crash?
Well, if there's no air traffic, guess what? No goods gets anywhere fast. Okay? Passengers can't fly. People are stranded in airports. They got to find alternate ways home. People that are traveled across the seas, how are they getting home?
Cruise? Boats? Yachts?
Okay, so I can spend $2,000 to go on a cruise to the United States, but that's $2,000 that I didn't have to spend.
But they have no other choice. Either they spend $2,000 or don't. But if they want to come home, they will spend $2,000 regardless.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that's $2,000 that they can't spend here because they had to spend it in France. And of course, France is loving it.
So what about Carnival? You always playing Carnival. What about Carnival calls?
What's funny about Carnival, it's come down. It's been coming down steadily, even when the market was going up. And I don't understand. The economists say they've got good growth potential coming and everything. They're actually going to have a positive earnings report, but yet it's coming down. So I don't know what's going on.
But Carnival is like cruise. People just don't go on cruise no more. The situation.
Well, right now, if you're a federal employee, you're not going cruising because you don't have the money to buy it.
That makes sense. As a what about investor? What would investor in the situation? Will you buy, hold, sell?
If the FAA shut down the airspace and nothing flew, probably the stock market would probably plummet 1,000 to 2,000 points if that decision was actually done.
And what about that shit? That shit, what happened? Like I believe 2 months ago when they said if they had to send back the money. You remember that situation? They never found out yet.
Supreme Court
Yeah.
the Supreme Court is discussing that right now.
Man, they were discussing that 2 months ago.
Well, they just started discussing it the middle of last week.
Okay, so
See the Supreme Court has thousands of things that come before them, and they've got to take them in as they come in in a numerical sequence, and they got to discuss all these things that come in. So now they're on the tariff situation, and the fact that it's taken them so long means that it's a very complicated thing. They're arguing about it right now. If whichever way it goes, it's going to probably be a 5-4 vote, because one of the conservatives will go and vote on the Dem side.
is there even anything good happening in America? Because if America do have to send back them tariff money, China and America still ain't making no deal. Government is shut down. Airplane can't travel. Isn't that sign damn there for a crash? What's there actually? Because everything is bad news. It's like it's no good news.
But a lot of shit is done online. A lot of shit is done through AI. I mean, so a lot of stuff will still get done. It's just the physical stuff won't get nowhere.
What you mean by AI? The stuff what I say have nothing to do really with AI. Like the government shut down. That's what happened. Military getting paid. The tariff money might have to go back. China and America ain't make no deal. So what's really the positive in America right now? That's why I asked if the U.S. dollar.
There wouldn't be no positive. It would be a mini crash.
So that's why I say, how come if the U.S. dollar wouldn't just collapse? Yeah, like she said too. No more Timo and Shein, because those stuff they damn near China shit. Timo and Shein, they damn near more than everything made from China.
Well, no, what also means that aerospace too shut down. That means no goods from China would come in, no goods from anywhere would come in. They'd all be just stuck there and wherever. So I mean, it's not a good thing.
So all of this happening. Who fault is this going on? Because I thought Trump said America first. So what's happening right now?
Trump is America first. Mm-hmm. The Democrats want that affordable care, and they want to give $1.5 trillion to illegals for medical. That's the whole thing that's stopping it up. They care more about illegal aliens than they do Americans.
Because they want to vote, huh? I'm assuming that they want to vote. Because what would be the purpose of doing that? Like, yes, trillions of dollars go to illegal immigrants to get Medicare and whatever.
Yeah.
But what would be the point of that? Like, they have to get something? They ain't just giving them all them shit for free.
No, because they get those votes. But that's fine. Then if I'm Trump, I say, okay, ICE, you're free to go. Pick up everybody. If they're illegal, pick them up. Get them out of here.
Yeah, but how could they even vote though if they're even illegal? Like, do they not?
They voted, dude. They voted.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do illegals just vote?
They just know how to ram the paperwork for them.
Do they vote or they just they just fix the vote?
They do. That's why they do. That's why they do the what do they call it? Not absentee, but what have they been doing? The damn it, what do they call it when you vote early? Early balloting. Okay.
You
know who most of those people doing early balloting were? The illegals, because it was easy for them to fix the paperwork and everything.
That is true.
So if I don't have to go to the polling station, how are you going to verify who I am when I vote?
Damn near. So that vote just stack up there.
I mailed in my vote. How do I? So they sent me 4 ballots in the mail. So I fill out all 4 ballots, send them back. They take them out of the envelope. There's 4 ballots. Oh, Joe Biden.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you vote in the mail? They send the mail to your house and you just okay. Oh, okay. So is remember in when we come back from OKC? So if New York a communist state now, or
under this mayor, it will be.
It will be a communist state.
But the governor has some power that'll stop a lot of the shit.
So everyone in New York no one should be homeless then if it's a communist state.
Oh, that people are leaving New York in droves now.
Are leaving New York?
Oh, hell yeah.
Why would they leave New York? What would be the point of leaving New York now?
Because if you're wealthy, you don't want to pay 80% income tax to feed a bunch of poor people. Would you? No.
And that's what taxpayers doing regardless of what the government shut. Always, but I ask you this question: you see how the taxpayers was paying for the SNAP on the EBT card?
Yeah.
And the government shut that down. How come the taxpayers are still getting taxed? And the taxpayers should be like celebrating because they was paying like 70% of that to the tax.
Because eventually that's all going to be paid back. Eventually, all that SNAP is going to get redistributed to those people.
To who people?
The people that are on SNAP.
Not to the taxpayers? So the taxpayers is not getting their money back from regardless of that? Oh shit.
Just like the government shutdown. Yeah, people aren't making any money right now, but they'll get all that back money when the shutdown's over with.
Who say it's gonna even be over? What's the point of at least opening it back? What's the point of saying the shutdown is over?
It's not over until Congress, until it gets through Congress, it's not over.
Oh man.
No, they can blow all they can blow all the smoke up people's ass they want. Until that bill gets through Congress, it's not over. Notice, hey, you notice that the government's still shut down? They voted to open it up yesterday. No, it's got to go through Congress. Congress is the last step. Congress can say yay or nay when they vote. And I'm predicting, I'd almost bet I'm almost predicting that bill is going to be held up in Congress.
Yeah, and that's when you made your $25K from? When you place a put? Was it a put or a call?
When?
When you make it when you're 25. Where'd you place the?
The only reason the market went down that day was because Central Bank did not give United Airlines a loan. United Airlines wanted to expand or do something, and they needed a loan from Central Bank. Well, at the time, United was the largest air carrier in the world. So when a bank turns down the #1 airline in the world from a loan, why did they do that? So people said, oh shit, that must mean the bottom's ready to fall out or something.
Damn you.
So everybody just started selling, thinking some disaster was coming.
But isn't that we be on right now? But someone just have to start up the panic selling. Someone just have to start it. But this
I guarantee you, if that goes into Congress and they have a vote and they don't and it does not pass Congress, holy shit, that market on Friday will fucking be down 1,500 to 2,000 points.
And it's going to Congress by Thursday or Friday?
Thursday, I think.
Thursday and after close?
I don't know when they're voting on it.
But it's it's going into Congress on Thursday, but the decision should come on Friday?
No, it'll go into Congress Thursday, and they'll vote on it Thursday.
And when the results should come out?
Yeah, unless they say, because right now what's happening is the Senate okayed it yesterday. Now all that paperwork, however it's written or whatever, is now in Congress. So every single congressman is now reading what's on that. Oh fuck! No! Okay, and then the other ones go, no. All it takes is one provision on there that they don't like. So now they come up to the vote. Okay, let's take the vote. So everybody votes. Next thing you know, there's 250 nays and only 220 yays. Nays have it. The bill isn't passed. Well, now we got to go into caucus and talk about it. And then they go into caucus and say the blah, 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 blah. And then they say they'll take another vote to see if they can, if they figured it out. If one talked to the other and they could sway a few votes. That's when Trump comes in, finds out what Republicans didn't vote for it, and starts offering them something. And then they re-vote again, and if it doesn't pass again, then they'll publicly say, well, we don't like this provision. We don't want the SNAP program, blah, 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 whatever. We want that out of it. You take that out of it, we'll okay it. So now it goes back to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
The Senate will vote now on taking the SNAP out.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Senate says, no, we want to leave the Senate, well, now they fight. I'm telling you, dude, this could go back and forth several times before it's settled.
Okay, so let's say you have $1,000 right now. How would you play the situation out? Long-term contracts only. How would you play your $1,000?
I would play puts. I would gamble on the puts.
On SPY, just straight puts?
Straight put. Yeah, you know, don't go crazy. You don't need a whole lot of money.
Yeah, that's why I said because I'm puts you can get contract for like $100, $80, maybe like 2 weeks out, $80. That's why I said
so if you got $1,000, let's say the strike price, you know, what is SPY right now?
What you think of that? Today was 180 something, but 680 something to be told.
Was it 680?
Yeah, 681. 681.
681. Okay, so take 1,000. You could literally go $10 down.
670, not bad. To where? Strike price went. Because today is the 10th, November 10th.
Yeah. So you go to 10, even $20 down. Because if Congress doesn't pass it, the market throws away all the profit it made today, probably plus another 1,000 points.
What's your expiration date?
Do it for Friday.
Yeah, I get it on Friday, but what's the expiration date? I buy this contract on Friday.
What, Friday would be the 14th?
Yeah.
Friday
No, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah, 14. I'll get it for this, the experiment.
And you take a shot.
Yeah, I get that, take a shot, but expiration when? The option contracts is, let's see, expiration, what they have is expiration, SPY, puts, blah, blah, blah. They have November 17, November 18, November 20. Yeah, they all of that shit.
It's wherever you want to go. But I'm telling you right now, SPY will drop 40, 50 points if Congress doesn't pass that thing.
So what would stop him to pass it? What like is the odds in their favor to pass it? And the people,
no one knows.
No one knows.
Right now, there's so much backdoor wrangling. How do we know Chuck Schumer doesn't have George Soros and his big billionaire backers going, hey, vote against the shutdown. Here's $1 million if you vote against it.
Money is power.
Here's $1 million if you vote against it.
Money is power.
Here's $1 million if you vote against it. You tell me what congressman, Republican or Democrat, if you know, and everyone knows who the money grubber is on both sides.
Yeah.
If you bribe them enough, you gonna offer me $1 million? Hell yeah, I'll vote against it. And then when the next vote comes up, you vote against it again, you get $500,000. Beautiful. Fine. That's $1.5 million in a week. So what if I'm not congressman no more? Who gives a shit? I'm wealthy now.
Damn near.
I got the rest of my life.
Who really gives a shit?
So now all of a sudden, they can't pass it. Chuck Schumer is doing his little dance, and everybody's screwed.
Everybody is screwed. Those who play the puts, millionaires.
Oh, you bet your bottom dollar.
Can't complain there. That's all that matters. Traders, I don't care. As long as you're in the puts, I'll probably stack up in the put on Thursday and hold that for like at least December and just let it run. Can't complain there.
I mean, I would. The biggest chunk of the market down will be on that Friday.
All right, so Friday morning.
That'll be a Black Friday like nothing else.
All right, I'm gonna take care of that. I'm gonna place one Thursday. I'll probably call you probably like 2:55 on Thursday before you clock out and tell you I'm about to grab a put for probably Monday. Just grab it for Monday. Buy it Thursday and grab it for Monday. If Black Friday.
Yeah,
fine.
but see, the thing is though, if you buy it for Monday, what happens on Saturday if they pass it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Then you're screwed because the market will go right back up again.
Hell yeah.
So, but you know for a fact that the vote comes Thursday and they vote against it and the government stays shut down, you know Friday is panic selling time.
Yeah, that's why we just betting on it to go down. Like
exactly it.
that's we can take it a gamble
That's
on
it.
one side.
Yeah,
and go
I mean,
down.
if they pass it on through, oh well,
well.
you took a shot.
It might not even move.
But
that high
it's
to pass
worth it.
to take
It's
a put.
worth it if they don't pass it.
Yeah, I might tap in on that Thursday. Grab one Thursday and go for probably Monday or Tuesday. So hold it for Friday.
It's like
Mainly if the market do crash, it's gonna crash in pre-market. But by the time 8:30 comes, the crash gonna already happen. It's gonna be in the pre-market. Remember how you say yes? That's where the crash.
Yeah,
gonna
you want to. Yeah, you've got to buy it Thursday before the market closes.
Because 3 a.m. to 7 to 8:25, that's where the crash is gonna be regardless. And by the time it open, either it's just gonna get buy back up slowly or just hover right there. And the people who are already in it already.
Oh, believe me, Thursday after about 10 o'clock, the rumors will start going around and everything. All the news has to say is, well, now there's a little bit of a chance that it could stall in Congress. As soon as they make that statement, boom, there it goes. The media can say one word: stalled. That means it stays shut down. And the selling begins.
Okay.
So it could happen on Thursday.
We could go on.
Or it could happen Wednesday. It just depends when the rumor mill starts, when the media picks up on it. Because eventually they'll start hearing rumblings, and then you'll see CNBC. Well, there's a chance that we're hearing from experts that this might stall in Congress on a couple of minor provisions. And if that happens, it might be another week before it would open up if Congress did that.
Okay, so you want to grab it? You want me to grab it Wednesday before the close or Thursday before the close? Because you say it
I would say probably Wednesday before the close.
So grab a put Wednesday at the open and just ride a put straight to
because Thursday the market will be just like this because everybody will be anticipating the vote.
So just get in Wednesday and sell it maybe Tuesday the next week.
Whatever.
Okay. So get it Wednesday before the close.
So
okay.
But the rumbling, you will start finding out Wednesday if the media starts talking about, and if they use the word stalled, that means that there's a chance that it's not going to pass, and then people are going to go ape shit.
Because everybody is going. So what about interest rate cutting? That have any effect now? Jerome going, because last week we cut about quarter point. You know, it care about a quarter point. So what if he step in and just cut interest rate?
Well, he might have to, depending on what happens with the airspace and everything, the labor market and stuff. He might have to cut. The only other thing that would save the market would be he would have to come in and cut maybe a 0.5 to 3/4% rate just to keep it going until the shutdown is over and the economy can get back together.
Yeah, but right now how everything is being green.
Right now, if Congress stalls it, the market in the short term will plummet. Then if Jerome Powell comes up in a meeting and says, if they don't have this, if they can't get this done within another week or two, may have to because there was a point during COVID where interest rates were at 0.
Can't beat 0. That whole scale already at 0.
It was 0.
Well, I'm definitely play that whole Wednesday and see what happens.
So nothing is for sure. Yeah, it went through the Senate. That don't mean it's not gonna go through Congress. Because all it takes is a congressman to just say, nah, I don't want this in there. Nah, not happening. And you buy off the right congressman, and I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. You're offered $1 million, you're taking that $1 million.
No surprise.
Because you're a flipping idiot if you don't.
No surprise there. Shit, I would too. Any politics person would.
Now, if I'm wealthy, and if I'm, and a lot of those congressmen are, then you can't buy me. You can't buy Trump, so you ain't got that option. So you buy some poor congressman that's not making a whole lot or whatever. Hey, I hear Ben. I hear you're in financial hardship a little bit. I can take care of that. All you got to do is vote no to open the government, and I can make your bank account $1 million richer, and you won't even have to worry about nothing.
You can send that whole to crypto, and with crypto now, they can easily do that without no trace of the money ever. Hey,
whatever. And all of a sudden, you play on a guy's bad luck. All of a sudden, now Of course he's going to take the $1 million. He's got to think of his own family and stuff.
15, 18.
And next thing you know, all you got to do is buy 3 or 4, and I think that's enough.
God damn, there is another.
So it could be interesting.
Can't complain.
I'm not sold. I'm not sold that it's done. You can tell me that the Senate did it, but it's not done until Congress says it's done.
It's just getting started.
Yep.
So remember this, people. Remember this. The rich don't work for money. It's their own assets that grow when money lose value. So you just heard a conversation we talk about pretty much Wednesday. I'm about to get some puts. But hope you guys appreciate that conversation though, because it was like a blue moon conversation. Because like I said, and that brings us to what? The evolution of digital currency. Because think about it, bro. No one really using cash. Because I don't know, people in certain countries now, they don't even take the US dollar, even though the US dollar is pretty much run over the world. So think about it, right? In 2008, after the financial crisis happened, right? A mysterious person named, so everybody know, bro. I've Soki, whatever. He released the damn near some shit called a Bitcoin, right? He revealed the Bitcoin strategy, right? No one knows if he Indian, Mexican, but who really cares? Same with Jesus, right? No one really know when Jesus was born, the time he was born, the date he was born, or whatever. But all we know, he come here and he died for our sins. Same with Bitcoin. No one really know the exact. No one cares. But all that matters is here, right? And check this out. Bitcoin isn't about getting rich, bro. It's about freedom, right? That's why Bitcoin matters. It gives us ownership outside the system, right? You don't have to go to the bank. You don't have to wait 3 to 4 business days to get your money, right? And they pretty much is like only like 21 billion Bitcoin, right? So you can't print more Bitcoin. No politics can manipulate Bitcoin. But that's a cap. You can manipulate Bitcoin instead. Because especially if the president, it happened 2 weeks ago, bro, going and say 100% tariff on China, and Bitcoin just crashed. So he didn't really manipulate Bitcoin. Whatever the president say, Bitcoin will follow, because it's not just Bitcoin. It's people make up Bitcoin. If people don't have their money in Bitcoin would still be at $10, right? So the market go speculation in crypto, speculation in what? Stock market, speculating in the bond market, speculation in the real estate market. Everything is about speculation, because the speculation involves human being, and human being go off emotion of greed, emotion of fear, right? So think about it, right? Understanding the risk and reward, right, is, like I said, only risk in life, bro, is you're gonna die. So every investment comes down to one simple question: the risk and the reward. Same with taking a trade. Are you risking $20 to make $100? Your TP stop loss, right? So if you want a big return, you have to accept big risk, right? What comes with bigger risk is bigger loss. If you lose it, if you take a trade and you can't sleep at night, that trade not belongs to be taken, right? So most people confuse risk with uncertainty, but the market itself, like I said, bro, speculation is uncertainty, right? Just because something is new, like Bitcoin, it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means you have to understand what you're doing. So investor job is to manage risk, not to avoid. Diversification, your portfolio, right? Have your portfolio in stocks for growth, bonds for stability, and you guys can have your ETF. I talked about this in the previous financial video: stocks, bonds, and ETF. And not just diversify your money inside the United States, bro, but diversify your money outside the United States. Because like I said, people, right, if all your assets is in the United States and the United States collapse, you're trapped here, right? But if all of your money in like different countries, you own different passport, who would really cares? All you gotta do, if you can't fly out the country, you might take a cruise. You might go on a cruise, go on Carnival or whatever, get you a cruise and just travel the world off cruise. You see what I'm saying? And you have money in those countries that you're going to. So yes, if the government shut down, like I said, who really cares, bro? Because remember, bro said you play the puts. On Wednesday, I look at the contract. You can get a contract for like $80 something, $89, under $100. You can, and then you get a contract for Wednesday, and you can sell it Monday. But you gotta hold it so long, as long as you're up like 65% in gain, whatever makes you comfortable, sell. Because taking this trade is just you speculating too, right? This trade have nothing to do with technical analytic. It have nothing to do with the plan. It's just of what the government do. Because like he even said, if they do pass it, so your $8 lose. So you have to be willing to understand, like, if the shit don't go your way, it's fine, because it's a no risk, no reward. It's a risk to reward. Because if you don't take the trade and the shit do go up, you only gonna have regrets for not taking the trade. You know what I'm saying, people? So no risk, no yacht. No risk, no farmland. Because simply you could take a trip for $80 and shit just happen to go your way. Government do shut down everything, go for the worst. Your portfolio, you made $2 million just from $81. Who really knows how far the crash can go? And especially if you're damn near in the market. So like quick recap, like investor versus consumer. Like I said, I don't really care for no consumer because I don't care to own nothing, right? I don't want to have nothing in my name. Everything is going to be wrapped up through a LLC, through a trust, through a business. I'm just going to be the beneficiary. Same with the home. I don't want to never pay off my mortgage on my home, right? I just want to, why pay off my mortgage when I can take that money and put it into multiple properties, right? Because I'm an investor. So everyone have a different perspective, right? So like I said, people, right? So is it the history of gold? We know pretty much gold came off the US standard. Not gold, the dollar came off the US standard. It was never stable, right? So the thing about gold now, gold is always going to be there, but you can't buy paper gold. You can't go on Robinhood and buy gold, or the Forex market and buy gold. Like buying gold is like you actually have to have the physical gold. If you don't have the physical gold, you might as well just keep trading it. Like every trader I'm talking about on the forex market, or even trade locker, you can trade the damn near gold slash US dollar. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have plan on actually buying the damn near gold, it's the physical gold itself, just trade it. Because regardless, everything really digital regardless. Because worst case scenario, if everything do come to horse shit, it wouldn't, physical gold wouldn't even matter. Because vice versa, if you have a lot of physical gold, someone could just come and shoot you, kill you, and take your gold. Because it's gonna go back to pretty much mankind. Like, I want something, I just take it for you, right? So next one is Bitcoin really worth having? Yes, Bitcoin, I don't care what your opinion is. Yes, Bitcoin is worth having, because why not? At this point, it's here and the banks are already implementing it. The XRP already, it could be the whole new digital currency. They're trying to pay off the debt cycle with the Bitcoin, with the XRP. So if the bank are using it, why not you be smart to use it too? Because the money you're putting into it is not even irrelevant. Because think about it, right? Look at the XRP. That shit is already like $2. You tell me you can't put in $10 in XRP for the rest of your life and just leave it? And when XRP do happen to make that move, your $10 could turn to like 4x. You saying you can make $400 off that. You can make $4,000. But at least you in that. So look for the small coins itself, right? And invest that whole. So should you invest in crypto and do that 25? Truth be told, like I said, you're supposed to already be invested. Because think about it now, if you're not staying disciplined, if you're not staying educated, and you're not thinking long term, what are you really doing, right? Because it's like a new era. Ownership, don't really care. Control is power. Because you can own your stocks could crash. You can own digital assets, digital could crash. But at least stay educating and stay wisdom, because with wisdom it gives you power over everything, right? Read the Bible, small things that really compound, right? So stop thinking like a consumer, start thinking like an investor. Because like I said, the world is changing fast, money is going digital, but it's a mindset you bring into the world will determine everything. So with that being said, people, mind your business.